Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how to create an energy build voice effect for dramatic videos in Premiere Pro. So here's an example.
At first, everything was calm, a stillness in the air, a quiet moment, barely noticeable. But as the minutes passed, something began to stir. The calmness faded, replaced by an increasing sense of tension. A sudden shift, growing stronger, louder, and then, without warning, a force and energy unlike anything ever felt before erupted. The world changed and nothing would ever be the same again.
What is energy build and what it sounds like? It starts with a clean voice and gradually adds reverb, echo, and bass to create rise in intensity. Perfect for dramatic builds in videos or motivational moments. So what's the first step? Add your voice clip to the timeline, import your voiceover and place it in audio track 1. So I'm gonna take my voice and I'm gonna put it here.
At first, everything was calm.
Okay, so we put it in A1. Then duplicate Alt option on Mac and drag the clip upward to audio 2. Okay, so let's duplicate it. Now we have 2 of these. This gives you a clean base layer and an effect layer. Step 3, apply these effects to the A2 effect layer. So we need to add over here all these. Multiband, we're gonna drop it over here. Then studio reverb, studio. Then we need delay. The last one, metric equalizer. Okay, so this one is optional, but I'm not gonna add this. So custom setup, edit, present, broadcast. So we are going to the first one, which is over here, right? In the effect controls. When you click on the second one, on the second layer, and we go to edit. As you can see, it says present. You change to broadcast. And that's it. This one.
At first, everything was calm.
This adds a punch to make the voice pop. So studio reverb. Okay, weight 40 to 60. Over here. Wait, 40 to 60. Let's put 50. Close this. Then room size, large 70 to 100. So we got the room size 70. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at 70. Add dramatic depth, delay time, 0.3 seconds. So we're going to delay 0.3 seconds. And then feedback 20 to 30. This is now on 25. Let's put 25. Adds energy and builds up. Now we're going to the last one. Parametric equalizer. Boost lows and highs slightly for drama. Okay, so one. Click edit. Well, doesn't say which one, but that's okay. We're gonna leave it this one for now. There are 4 keyframe and effects for the build. Select the A2 track, which is where did it go? Over here. Open effect control panel. For each effect like reverb, delay, EQ, click the stopwatch icon and enable keyframe. At the start of clip, set effects to be low or 0. At climax, gradually increase. Reverb wetness, delay feedback, and EQ high and lows. This creates a rise in intensity over time. Okay, so what we need to do is we come to each of these and we add the keyframe over here for each of these. And so wait, not all of them, right? It says reverb. So this one I do not need to change. The reverb, delay feedback, which is this one. No, not that one. It's the other one, this one, feedback. And EQ. This one, right? Okay. Now you start at low, right? You start at 0 or low. So let's move all these to the left. Okay. As you can see, it's on the line. So if I move, it goes from the line. Now we need to start from low. So let's start from 20. Then we change this one to, oh no, look, it's studio. And the reverb, you need to add the wet. This one. Wet output level. And over here. And over here we need to add the low shelf gain. Now let's change this one to 10. We need it to start at low. And then feedback at 20, that's fine. Low shelf is at lowest, that's fine. And then we gradually go up. So at the end, let's say at the end, we're gonna increase everything. We're gonna do 4, around 415, that's okay. Then we change the feedback to say 50. Here 50, okay. And then we change the weight to, I believe, 35 is okay. On 35. And that's it. So let's see. So let's check it now.
At first, everything was calm, a stillness in the air, a quiet moment, barely noticeable. But as the minutes passed, something began to stir. The calmness faded, replaced by an increasing sense of tension. A sudden shift, growing stronger, louder, and then, without warning, a force and energy unlike anything ever felt before erupted. The world changed and nothing would ever be the same again.
Okay, that's good. Then we add the background music. And the other thing is that you can change where it ends, right? In step 5, you can fade out or return to clean. So you can just change these keyframes and then fade out and whatever you want to do with it. So let's hear it now.
At first, everything was calm, a stillness in the air, a quiet moment, barely noticeable. But as the minutes passed, something began to stir. The calmness faded, replaced by an increasing sense of tension. A sudden shift, growing stronger, louder, and then, without warning, a force and energy unlike anything ever felt before erupted. The world changed and nothing would ever be the same again.
It's up to you now. You can change it. You can remove. So you can just leave the base one at the beginning, and then over here you can move all these keyframes somewhere in the middle, and then it will go back to normal voice, like I did over here, as you can see. So let's listen to this one.
At first, everything was calm, a stillness in the air, a quiet moment, barely noticeable. But as the minutes passed, something began to stir. The calmness faded, replaced by an increasing sense of tension. A sudden shift, growing stronger, louder, and then, without warning, a force and energy unlike anything ever felt before erupted. The world changed and nothing would ever be the same again.
So here, over here, you can see that it's rising, the voice is rising. Also, you can add the level voice. Yes, okay, you can play with that and see where you want the energy build to be. And decide for yourself, depends on what you need. Yeah, so that's how you create an energy build of voice effect for dramatic videos. Premiere Pro.